have you ever been in a situation where someone thanked you or greeted you and you did not know how to respond to it without being awkward? Well, I've been there. In this lesson, let's talk about how to respond to greetings and thanking in a proper way. And also probably you can make a great impression by responding these ways. Before we get started, hi, I'm Ajeeth from Capshine. Capshine is a revolutionary Learn It Together English fluency program. With Capshine, learning English is easy, quick, fun, affordable, and effective, and we promise a whole new you in 6 months or less. So, there are multiple ways to respond to thank you or when someone greets you. Let's look at casual responses to begin with. Let's say Shelly says, "Hi, how's it going?" You could respond by saying, "Hey, I'm doing great. What about you?" That's a casual way of responding. "Hey, I'm doing great. What about you?" Or, "Hey, how are things with you?" And you could respond, "Pretty good. How's it going?" These are usual phrasing or usual ways of responding to when someone greets you. You could also have a few other alternatives. Amy says, "Hey, what's up?" And your response could be, "Oh, just the usual. How about you?" Let's move on to some formal examples. If you're in a formal setting, let's say at work or you're meeting a client, whatever it might be, these alternatives can help you respond to greetings when in a formal setting. "Hello, how are you?" And the customer says, "Very well, thanks." And you? "Very well, thanks." And you? Shane says, "Good morning, sir. How are you today?" And the boss could reply, "I'm doing well, Shane. How about you?" Notice the inclusion of the name. That creates a sense of formality as well. Let's look at some examples for how to respond to thank you. Let's say Rahul says, "Thank you for picking me up." A very common way of responding to this is, "You are welcome." And this is fine. "You are welcome" is absolutely fine and it works in many contexts. Similarly, if Ram said, "Thanks for helping me bake the cake for the party," you could respond by saying, "No problem, I enjoyed helping you." "No problem, I enjoyed helping you." Works in many contexts. You could also use the following. "Thanks for accepting the invitation." And if it's something that you thought you benefited by helping them, then you could respond with a "thank you." "Thank you for accepting the invitation." Thank you. So what you're suggesting there is that it was a pleasure for you to do it and you yourself felt like you helping them was beneficial to you. "Thanks for taking care of the kids." Of course, the pleasure was all mine. Here are some other ways of responding to thanks. "Thank you for visiting me in the hospital. It was the least I could do." So when it comes to health, and if you helped someone related to health, maybe there was an accident, maybe there was an emergency, if someone is going through a tough time and you help them through it, "It was the least I could do" is usually the right response. You don't want to say "the pleasure is all mine" because it's not necessarily the right context to say pleasure, or you can't necessarily say "any time" because then you're suggesting that you want them to have these incidents more often, which doesn't work. But to say "it was the least I could do" works really well in contexts such as these. "Thank you for driving me home." "Oh, it was nothing." That's another way of responding to thank you. Savi says, "Thank you for helping me sort the files." In this case, you could say something like "much obliged" or "oh, it really wasn't anything at all." "Thank you for sending my package on time." And Tisha could say, "We appreciate your business," if it's a customer and a company that's interacting with each other. There are some other responses. For example, you could say "anytime" in response to thank you. Remember, if this was an emergency that you helped someone with, sort of a bad event that you helped them in, you wouldn't say "anytime." "Don't mention it" is also very commonly used. It can be used in different contexts as a response to thank you. I'm happy to help. You're most welcome. No worries. All of these are great responses to when someone tells you thank you. Let's check our understandings, shall we? How to reply to someone who is thankful to you for helping him. Which of these three do you think is correct? Well, if you correctly notice that all three of them are valid, you're absolutely right. You could use any of these three as valid responses for thank you. How would you greet your boss? Hey, what's up? Hello, sir. How is it going? Good morning. How are you? Well, good morning, how are you is formal, but it's for someone who you don't know very well. You wouldn't use it for your boss. Hey, what's up is very colloquial. It's very informal. You wouldn't necessarily use that to your boss unless you have a very friendly relationship and the company has a very, very casual sort of a structure. What works all the time is hello, sir. How's it going? Especially if it's it's more like a government organization and it's more of a rigid organization in the structures. So, hello sir, how's it going is very safe, works for more traditional companies. How to reply to someone who thanked you for visiting them in the hospital. Remember, you don't want to say anytime. That doesn't work. Take care doesn't work because you can't really say that for them saying thank you. The one that works is that's the least I can do, and that's the correct alternative. How do you respond to someone thanking you for a great day out? Well, the pleasure was all mine. That could work. Amazing, see you. Not really relevant to this. It's not a response to thank you. No worries is not a response to thank you because it doesn't really show that you were enthusiastic about it either. It seems as if you're doing them a favor. A is the correct answer. The pleasure was all mine. I hope you found this video useful. Make sure you use these strategies in your conversations in day-to-day life. That's how you're going to build your competency, by using, practicing, and improving in actual everyday conversations. If you aren't a member already, you can get your free trial by going to capshine.com or downloading the app from the Play Store. Thanks for watching.